All right, The Walking Dead comic fans, we got some awesome reveals here. Now, there's a bunch of them, so I want to burn into this quick. There's a ton of comic cover reveals coming out for The Walking Dead Day. Now, these are a pretty big deal, and what's neat is, I guess Skybound and The Walking Dead, there's two different sites, but they're associated. Skybound's a company, The Walking Dead is, you guys know, The Walking Dead comic, but they're not going to promote the images of these comics, if I have this right, so that way no one's going to get spoiled. You can visit their website, and they're not going to throw it in your face, but I guess retailers have these images, and they're sharing them around, so that way you know which issue you want to pick up. I think I tried looking up the day. It keeps saying The Walking Dead Day. I found an article that confirmed it is October 13th. I believe we did a video on that for this cover right here. I'm definitely getting this. So October 13th, The Walking Dead is starting the very first Walking Dead Day, and every friggin' year on October 13th they're gonna do some type of celebration and have collectibles. I'm definitely grabbing this. If you haven't seen this, this is the Charlie Adler version of issue number 1. The original artist who did issue number 1's cover was Tony Moore, and they have Skybound Comics all floating around. Now, we talked about that one. That one's awesome, but this is the awesome thing here, and I love this. I hated when I heard they were blind bags. I was like, oh no, don't do it. Don't tell me, Skybound, you went there. But this is redemption. They put the issue number. So this is freaking awesome. You don't have to just buy a blind bag and get some random crazy number. No, if you want issue 1 or 29 or, 92 or 132 and 127, I think those are correct numbers, but they have a whole list here. We're going to look at these covers, but it says you might get a colored version of the art, a sketched version, or a virgin version with no title, and I think that's awesome. So you know what issue you're buying. It's right on the blind bag. So let's dive right into these. Now, like I said, if you don't want to know what the comic covers look like, then you're going to have to skip to the end of this video and we'll reveal the new comic figure coming out. But the first cover right here is issue number 1. This is a variant cover. It actually looks like a variant cover we've had before with Rick on top of a car. It looks real familiar, but this is a new cover for the Walking Dead Day blind bag. Now, keep in mind, with the blind bag, even though you know what the cover looks like, you're still getting 3 different versions of that. Issue number 2 is next up. This is a cool one. I like how the lighting and the coloring is here. It reminds me of old school comics for some reason, but again, there's 3 different versions of this: black and white, color, and then the virgin cover. Next up, issue number 7 with Tyrese in the blood, and the only cover, it reminds me of, what was that movie? Schindler's List, with the girl with the red coat. His red scarf is popping out, and the blood on his jacket is real prominent. I like that. And then a little brown in his jacket. So that's a cool one. Again, you can get this in black and white and version. Here's my first all-time favorite one out of this so far. I'm definitely grabbing number 19 of the blind bag. I want it in color, but I think I'd be pretty good with a black and white. Actually, the odds are good for me, because if I get a virgin, Michonne, or a color, I'm thrilled as hell. The black and white might still be really cool, but I love the color. I love the way it pops. Next up, we got issue number 27. Here's another one I want to grab. It's got the governor on it. Now, I do love the look of this, but I think this is one that I wouldn't mind having in black and white either. So it's a win-win for 27 for me, no matter which version I get. Next up is 48. This is when Lily shot the governor in the back of the head, and this is another cover that I might have to grab. The 3 in a row I definitely am probably grabbing because I love this one too. This is awesome. Next up, number 53, and this is definitely a cool one. It has a unique look to it, more like an art style for Walking Dead cover, and I might have this on my list for one I grab, if I don't just grab one of each. Who knows? Next up, we have Jesus in 92. Not really blown away by the cover design, but something about the crispness of the coloring, it really stands out. This would be a cover, if I could guarantee a colored version, I would grab it, because I do like the way that the coloring for this specific cover is real sharp. Next up, 98. Here is an ominous cover with the arrow going through Abraham's eye. Another one I would really dig in color. I love the zombies in the background here. That is definitely cool. I did not notice that the first time I looked at it, but that's definitely awesome. I don't know if I'd want that in black and white though, because I love that, just that little bit of color in there. Just red and black, that's pretty much it. I miss these logos, man. I wish they still did it, just combine this style with the straight across. Issue 100, this is another one I'm grabbing. You got this sadistic Negan standing over a bashed-in Glenn, and it is right from the comic, the way he's laying. This is definitely cool. I got a ton of issue 100 variants. I might as well add this one to the pile, and I do like the artwork. 108, this is the first appearance of Ezekiel, and this is a neat, different, it looks like a t-shirt print. It looks like a print you would see on a t-shirt, but is that a skeleton leg of Shiva? That's neat. That's weird. Like I said, it looks more like a t-shirt print, but some of the art is being covered up here by the logo, but that's pretty cool. Next up, we got issue 127. This is another one you know damn well I am grabbing, and I hope I'm probably grabbing two of these specifically because I love this so much. I wish this was a poster. You have Negan behind the jail cell. You got the New Beginning Carl, Rick, Andrea. You got Sadiq back here. And then this is a smaller picture, so it's kind of a little difficult to see, but it looks like Connie and Magna's group maybe here. Here's Magna, and here's Yumiko, and Luke, I believe. And then you got these fiery walkers here. You got them riding in on horseback. I think that's Jesus, and then Rosita. I love this cover so damn much. So 127, I'm definitely grabbing two, because if I get one in black and white, that's cool. But I got to get one in color, especially a wraparound with put one of those clear backboards in it. I love that now. That's my thing for wraparound. That way you can see the full art the way it was meant to be enjoyed. Next up, 132, one of my all-time favorite, probably my top favorite at this moment that I can think of, single issues of The Walking Dead. And this is a different cover. I've seen some people say they don't really like it, but I do kind of like that scribble sketch look. I don't know what the name is for that type of art, but I'm digging this, and I might pick one up. It is my favorite single issue, so I might just have to grab that. And then here's another one I'm probably going to grab, 167, A Certain Doom. This might look cool in black and white, but I might try to get two of these so I can have one of each. But I'm really digging this cover. And next up, you guys are going to slap me, but this next cover I love. And if I don't get it in color, I'm gonna be pretty heated, but bam, there's something about that coloring, man. I'm not real big on this character yet, pretty much because they keep throwing her on the cover of everything, and we haven't had time for her to grow on us yet, and I'm just waiting for her to grow on us. Sometimes she could be a little annoying, sometimes she can show a little promise. So again, I'm just waiting for her to grow on me. But I might end up picking this up. Like I said, if I get black and white, I'm just going to do a giveaway or chuck it somewhere, because it's that color I want, man. That color pops, and I got to get one of these and toss it in the collection. That's issue 171. And if you haven't noticed, these are all issues that are key issues with first appearances. I believe like first appearance of Glenn in issue 2, right? This is issue number 1, obviously. First appearance of Tyrese in 7. You got Michonne in 19. The Governor in 27. I believe that's the death of the Governor. I don't think that's a first appearance, but well, it's a big issue anyway, so maybe these are key issues. Here's 53, which is the first appearance of Abraham and Rosita and Eugene. 92 is Jesus. 98 would be the first appearance of Dwight, maybe, and then the death of Abraham. You got Negan, first appearance. You got Ezekiel, first appearance of Magna and group, and the New Beginning. 132 is the first appearance of Alpha, and then 167 is the death of Andrea. I don't believe there's a first appearance, and then 171 is the first appearance of, and I could be wrong in some of those, but let me know if I'm wrong. Anyhow, New York City 2018 Comic-Con. Here's Skybound Merchandise's debuting, and this is the brand new figure we are getting. It's the Princess figure, and this is what I mean about they're just throwing Princess merchandise, and you're going to annoy the fans. I believe you should be throwing out merchandise like Maggie should have came next, or New Beginning Carl. You should have done a character like that. Now, maybe you know something I don't behind the scenes with sales, and, you know, Maggie might not be shaping up to sell real well, and Princess you think will sell well. I'm not saying they should never come out with a Princess figure. I'm just saying, man, let that character grow on the fans first a little bit. Because one thing you hear is fans either love this character or you hear a lot of fans just saying, you know what, calm down with her. Let us love her first before you slap her on the cover of everything. I mean, it's a neat figure. It definitely will stand out. It's bright and vibrant. It'll stand out in your Walking Dead collection. I'm not liking really what they did with the face here. I don't know. Maybe they meant to go for this little grin. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't even look like her on the cover. Something's throwing it off. It looks like they made her a little chubbier. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's drawn from a scene in the comic, and I'm just picturing her from how she was on the cover. That's a cool gun, though, and the only other con I can think of is, where's her spear? That's like her iconic weapon. That's like releasing Michonne without, you know, her sword. Maybe it's hidden in the box. I don't see it. I don't even remember having that big gun. Matter of fact, yeah, I think she was shooting them when they got caught up with zombies. Anyway, let's run down the list here in case you want to see what else they have. They have a variant of Murder Falcon, issue number 1. They have this Electric State t-shirt. Not sure what that is, but here's the Electric State book. I know they showed a couple previews, and the images were beautiful. I have no idea what that's about at all, but I want to read it just because the few images I saw were stunning. And then we have these video games, Slime Rancher, and then The Long Dark. And then they also have this still available, I noticed. A lot of people were asking me where to get this gate cover. I think it's called a gated fold-out cover. Or a gatefold cover, something like that. Maybe I should just read this damn thing. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't matter. You got the different Ricks. You got the Sheriff Rick, Prison Rick, Rick in the Murder Coat, and then the New Beginning Rick. It kind of goes along with the figures that were released right here, except for we should have had a Prison Rick right here. That would have been freaking amazing. I still love this, so I don't want to get rid of that, but we should have had the Prison Rick or the Murder Coat Rick. I don't think Prison Rick alone would sell that hot, so maybe stick him in this and then give us a Murder Coat Rick. That would definitely sell later on. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. Those are the variant covers. And if I didn't mention it before, I asked Julian. I'm just going to shout him out anyway. I'm going to make sure like he's allowed to get credit for sharing the covers. So credit to Julian for sharing the covers for The Walking Dead blind bags coming out. Tell me which covers you want to get. There's a lot of cool ones here that I definitely want to grab. Thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.